When we look up to the great Buddha of the future from this level, it gives us a powerful feeling of awe and majesty. The great Buddha is more than 70 feet or 26 meters high. During the Tang Dynasty, many people must have looked at this mural. Angels fly around the figure of the Amida Buddha, and below are many others in graceful poses. As the people sat listening to the chanting of the priests, it must have been easy to forget the cares of the real world for a moment. For this was the paradise of the Pure Land. At that time, many people worshipped the Pure Land. About 200 of the murals at Dunhuang, or about a quarter of the total, are pictures of the Pure Land of the Western Paradise. This mural shows a sort of dance that was popular in Chang'an during the Tang Dynasty. It came to China from the Western lands and seems to have consisted of pirouetting on tiptoe to lively music. There are many contemporary poems about this dance. One of them goes something like this. The dancers spin like a whirlwind towards the sky. They seem to move as fast as lightning. Today, the dance is stilled, but its shadow has been preserved on the walls of a cave. When you think of Dunhuang, you automatically think of murals. And if you think of murals, you think of Dunhuang. Perhaps the most wonderful are those of angels. In the early paintings of angels, they're often in ungainly poses, and their flying seems rather clumsy. But in the later paintings of the Tang Dynasty, everything is different. Their robes flutter in the breeze, and they seem to be soaring lightly in typically Chinese clouds, symbols of good luck. In this way, the idea of angels, which came originally from the far west, became typically Chinese. One of the staff of the Dunhuang Culture Research Institute had been looking all day at the murals of angels. And that night he had a dream. He thought he saw thousands of angels with their long sleeves waving in the wind. When the last angel had flown away, he thought he heard an echo of the wind bells in the great temple and of the wooden bells about the necks of the camels. He described his dream most movingly. It was the kind of dream only someone who has studied these murals for many years could experience. What kind of people were involved in creating the beauty of Dunhuang? At the northern end of the Dunhuang Cave, there are small caves which have been opened up and they look like a beehive. After the communist liberation, unglazed plates and paints were discovered here. And there was even bedding in the cave. In order to paint a series of murals over a long period of time, the artists had to live in the caves. The place where the artists lived was only 4 meters square, and it had to contain such things as a bed, a table, and a brazier. Almost all of those artists were anonymous. There is one contract in existence dealing with an artist's debt, and the collateral he had offered was a child. He was obviously poor, and today we don't even know his name. Here are lead-based paints more than 1,000 years old, but they still preserve their colors. This kind of paint, which doesn't fade easily, was used for most of the Dunhuang murals. But the names of the artists themselves have faded completely from history. This is a painting of the Tree of Life in cave number 57. The beauty of this painting of a bodhisattva is unusual even for the Dunhuang Caves. The skin seems to blush with pale pink, and the floral crown has been dusted with gold with the most marvelous skill.